The money like it's urgent, hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. The skin color like the bourbon, worldwide sign, and we face closed curtains. I hear you, nothing ever certain. Only thing that's promised is that promises are broken. Yeah, so we finding ways to cope there. Only thing I'm breaking is her back with emotions. Yeah, baby girl bring out the goodie, stuck it inside the hoodie. Now we turning out your buggy. Yeah. It's cool, I used to fight the bullies, now I'm fighting with the law. I guess some things don't leave me fully. Try and push me, then they try and pull me. Better when I budge. If you got it, then just call my bookie. And my bookie in the cans. Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, my dear Alpha family all over the world. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Sir. Okay, so guys, welcome back. We have got fantastic things coming up. We all know who is going to come, but before I call my mentor on board, I want to set some ground rules. Right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
So what is the ground rule? In a Zoom meeting, the form of showing respect is showing your camera, showing your face. Right? Because respect, mutual respect is the foundation of everything. And if you are looking for earning respect, then it is the only way that you show respect. That is the only way you earn respect. And without respect, you cannot build any relationship. And I want all of you to be on camera. Stop doing whatever you are doing right now. Everything can wait. Don't try to do multitasking at this point of time. Let all these things wait. Because one of the most important person of Alpha, the reason why we are gathered, why we got signed up into this business, why we have got dreams here, it's because of him starting the business in 2016. 2006. So from there till now, he is with us, guiding us, and I want all of you to sit with a mentality of a student. Okay, please don't sit here to judge anyone. Please sit here with the mentality of a student who is ready to absorb whatever information coming through is sharing. Okay, and that's what happened to me in 2016 when I got signed up into this business. This was the man who actually came for closing, clearing the Q&A. So from the day I signed up till now, if I was able to achieve anything in life, it is because of his mentorship and guidance. Okay, and what made me attracted into QNet? It is not the compensation plan. It is not the products. It is not the glory of the company. It is because I got a hope from that meeting I had in 2016 that if I associate with this person, I can be successful. That was the only thing forced me to register on the same day and purchase the product in a couple of days' time. Okay, so I got a hope. Also, I saw the commitment from this person in guiding me after buying the product. Because once I buy the product, generally the commissions are being distributed to the people who are part of the network. And sometimes people feel, okay, somebody paid the product, so my commitment is over. No, the commitment begins from the day I purchased for my appliance. So from the day I signed up till now, okay, I am very excited that he took that commitment towards guiding me. Okay, and I can say he is a man of his words. AVP Nasib keep every promise he delivered. Okay, so that helped me to come for a long journey, because from 2016, from Dubai to Nigeria in 2025, it's a very long journey. I went through many ups and downs, emotionally ups and downs, financial ups and downs, and it was always there, constant. So I'm wondering, how can somebody become so consistent, so constant, so disciplined in this business? It's something, a question remains unanswered to me. I don't know. So if I have practiced something in this business, it is because of I see these things, these basic lessons from this man. And I'm always grateful for this man to show me the basics in the right way and continue to guide me even after I am almost nearing to a decade in QNet. You heard me. Are we together?
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes, Gopal.
So I am very much
Yes,
grateful
Gopal.
for getting an upline like this, because I always heard through my mentors, you can have hundreds and thousands of downlines. If they don't work, if they leave you, it's okay that you can create hundreds and thousands of downlines, but you cannot create an upline, or you cannot replace an upline. The most important person in our business life is the upline who is guiding us. Okay, some people will have a confusion. Hey, aren't the most important people are my downlines, right? No, I said no, upline. Okay, because an upline, a captain, is necessary when the sea is rough. If everything is smooth, then it's okay. But there are situations in our business, in life, that it won't be smooth sometime. Storm will come, right? Roughness will come. And there should be an upline to anchor the ship if it is necessary. Or the upline is necessary to direct it, control it. And I'm very grateful this man is my coach, my mentor. I am very grateful for the Almighty to get this person in my life. So not only business, in my overall, there is nothing, no secret between me and my mentor. Okay, there is no secret. Everything about me, he knows. My personal things and my family things and my financial thing, my business, everything he knows. Same like my parents. Okay, so somebody come like this here and sharing his experience. And the interesting topic today is the second of the 8 building blocks: commitment. There is nobody in this world to speak about this called commitment other than this man. So are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, profound.
Because if you learn this topic from this person, then you will not fail in this business. If you apply what you learn from this person, then you cannot fail in QNAT. You cannot also fail in anything you do. Okay, and without further delay, I hope my mentor is ready. AV, mentor is ready.
Yes.
Oh, he's not here. Okay. So before he come, let's actually come to an agreement that we are not going to take this meeting lightly. Sit straight. Okay. Make sure you are in a properly dressed. Make sure you are in the right mindset. Don't sit here with judgment. You are not going to do post-mortem of what he says, and also someone who is truly inspirational, because the project that we run in Africa is not something everybody do. Okay, I'm very part of this movement that donate $100,000 to this country, who build us, who allow us to grow. Okay, and it's my privilege, it is my pride to introduce this person to you, and help me welcome. Okay, show your love. Help me welcome our mentor, our coach, our grand upline, none other than associate B partner Nasib. Morning,
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Morning, AVP.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see all of you. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. So, I have been committing to do this particular training every alternate week so that we can cover our 8 basic building blocks. So, last week I was talking about dreams. So, before we continue with what the second building block we are planning to cover today, before that, we will have a recap of what we discussed last week. All of you remember what we discussed last week? We discussed the most important building block. What is that? The dream, right? So I told all of you, it is very important. How important? That is what we discussed. It is to have a positive motivation. Do you remember that? I said there are 2 kinds of motivation. One is a negative motivation, something like your job. No, you go to your job 9 to 5 every day, like 5 days a week or 6 days a week for 40 years, right? That's a plan. Why do you go for a job? You go for a job because you have bills to pay. You have children's education to be taken care of. You need to pay your commitments, right? The monthly bills you have to pay. It can be the EMIs for your car, it can be the payments for your house, it can be your medical bills or anything like that. So when you do this or anything else, maybe a job as well, so that you can afford to pay for all of this, it really doesn't motivate you, but you still do that because you have no other option. Now, the problem with negative motivation is it becomes very boring and your heart will not get involved. That is why we need to have positive motivation in life. Positive motivation is something which excites you. Do you understand that? Like as a kid, how much excited you were to walk into an ice cream shop. How much excited you were to walk into an ice cream shop. You were excited, right? And you can have any amount of ice cream out there. So you basically were motivated and excited. Now, the moment you are excited like that little kid, okay, to go into ice cream shop, the moment you are excited about some of your dreams like that kid, that is called positive motivation. Something which excites you, something which you really want. It can be a dream vacation. It can be a dream car you want. It can be a dream house you want to build, maybe in your country or in a different country. But these are positive motivations we have. So you got to take a step towards this positive motivation. That is what we discussed last time. So last time, I urged everyone, take one step. It can be a simple step. I asked you to figure out very important things in priority, in order of priority, and start taking a step towards that. I don't know how many of you did that. If you have not done it, I urge you to do it right now or today after this training. In life, when somebody tells you to take a step towards your dream, and if you're not doing it, the villain in your life is not living outside of you. It is living inside of you. Do you understand that? Do you want to be your own villain? Then don't take steps. But if you want to be a support for yourself, one of the most important things I would urge all of you to do is to take that simple step towards your dream. So that's what that is the most important thing. What is that? Understand your dream. Now I'm going to assume that all of you have your dreams written down. Okay, can you have a show of hands on how many took a step, a simple step towards your dream? A simple step. Some of you? Yeah, some of you did. Many of you didn't, but it's okay if you will take a step today at least, right? So now if you want an example of what can be the things which will motivate me, if you are wondering, oh, Nasib, I'm not motivated towards materialistic things. Some people tell me, I'm not able to identify my dreams. Okay. Now, you please understand, human beings are social beings, social animals. So if you yourself don't have a dream, you figure out who is the most important person in your life. Go talk to that person. Maybe that person will have a dream. That person can be your father, it can be your mother, it can be your child, it can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your girlfriend, it can be your boyfriend, it can be anybody else. It can be even your sister or brother who you love the most. I don't know. So you go talk to that person and figure out what is that one thing he or she wants. And they will surprise you with things which you don't know that they have as a dream. So start taking a step towards that. If you yourself is not able to identify something, right? To let you know, I had a dream of, buying or putting money into different kind of investments. I was not oriented towards buying a home. But when I spoke to my parents, do you know, my parents had only one dream. According to my parents, the only dream they have is to buy a home. That's it. They already had a home, but they built this home in 1991. They built this home in 1991, and we were still living over there for a very long time. But somewhere, a home doesn't qualify as a dream for me. But when I spoke to my parents, they said, the only thing they want to see is a better house. So I decided to buy a home for them. Was it my dream? No, it was not. It was my parents' dream. But when I committed to that house, and I told my father, okay, we will buy this home. I saw the excitement on his face like a kid. He became a kid who was walking into an ice cream shop. Do you understand that? And he was so excited. He was like, are we really buying this? This is going to cost us a lot of money. Are you sure about this? Middle class person, he was working for the government for a long time. And according to him, that is too much money. That house costed us more money than what he has made in his whole life. So he became a kid. He was like, okay, the interiors of this home. I mean, they showed him a model home. And he said the interiors of this home looks like a hotel. So I'm excited. And he was waking up every day in the morning. Anyway, he was retired. And he was still going and watching how the work is progressing there. And every time I call him, I saw him excited. So some of you, if you are telling me, I don't have a dream, then go talk to your loved ones and work for their dream. And looking at their excitement, you will be still happy. Does it make sense? Yes? Okay, so that is the first building block. Now, I don't want to keep talking about the first building block. I'm here to talk about the second building block. But the second building block we have is that the word is something which all of you hate. This word nobody likes. The second building block is something which we all don't like. Even from the time you are in college, you hate this word. Okay, what is that word? What is that word? That word is called commitment. The most negative word, right? Think about it. People freak out when we say the word commitment. Commitment is a word nobody likes, right? It's like you like a luxury car. What is that thing you don't like about the car? What is that thing you don't like about the car? What is that? You don't like the price. You don't like the price of the car. The cost you have to pay. That you don't like. Or you like the car. You want to sit in the car. So you want to sit in the first class. You want to book a first class flight ticket on Emirates. But you don't want to pay the price. Is it available for free? Can I get a free first class flight ticket? We always want it free. We don't like commitment. We don't like the price tag. Or we don't like anything which sounds like work. Now, even the most beautiful women, we have this beauty pageants happening, right? And some men get excited about these women, right? Not some men, all men. All men get excited about these beautiful women out there, beautiful girls. I can see smiles on some of your faces. You are thinking about the beautiful girls who were in your college, right? So you were like so excited, and some of you even pursued them, pursued these girls, and you finally fought a lot of battles, and you finally signed her up, meaning you married her. And they have a different story suddenly. It was nice to see from a distance, but the moment the commitment kicks in, what happens? What happens then? You know what happens? Even the most beautiful girl, you want to stay away from that person. This applies both ways. This applies for the guy as well as the girl. But I want you to know this. Everything worthwhile has a price to pay. Everything worthwhile has a price to pay. So can we make peace? Can we make peace with this term called commitment right now? Because I'm not asking you to show commitment towards the business. No, you can't show commitment towards a business. You can show commitment only to something which you really like or love to have. If you cannot love something, you cannot show commitment towards that. Do you agree with me on that? Yes? No? You know, when you
Yes,
agree,
yes.
you say like that. When you don't agree, you say like that. That's the Indian way of doing it. I don't know. Nigerian way. Some Indians have a problem. They will just do that. Right? Okay. But you know, right? You understand what I'm saying. If you agree with me, yeah, good. So I want you to think of it. You can only show commitment to things you love. So if I ask you to show commitment, people are confused. Okay, Nasib, what kind of commitment are you talking about here? Okay, what is the commitment you're talking about? Okay, let me explain that. Don't show commitment towards anything else but your dreams. Okay, whatever you said you want. This business is the best opportunity you could ever have. This is the best chance you have at getting whatever dreams you have. You have to please trust me on this. This is the best chance, the best shot you have in achieving whatever you said you want. Now, if you told me when I asked you, what is my dream? Okay, my dream is to buy a Toyota. Now, in order to buy a Toyota, like a Corolla or a Camry, if people come and tell me, I want to buy a Toyota Camry using QNET, I'll say, why do QNET then? Go get a job. Why? People who are already having a job can afford to buy a Camry. Correct or not? Do you agree with me on this? They can buy a Camry, they can buy a Toyota. Then why would you do QNET for this? So when I was building Dubai, there was one guy whom I spoke to. I asked him, what is your dream? What is your dream car? He said, I want to buy a Nissan Patrol. Nissan Patrol? Have you heard of Nissan Patrol? He said he wants to buy a Nissan Patrol. And I told him, Nissan Patrol? Why do you want to buy a Nissan Patrol? And why are you doing QNET to buy Nissan Patrol? It's a big car, he said. I said, okay, I agree it is a big car. But don't you think people who are working 9 to 5 can also afford to buy a Nissan Patrol? He said, yeah, some of them can afford to buy it. I said, then why are you doing this? Why can't you just do that? Why do you have to break the norm? You can just continue to do what he does. Get the job he is doing. Right? Get the job he is doing. And get a Nissan Patrol. So he was confused. He thought he was telling me something big. I said, okay. So he asked me, he was confused and he asked me, what car do you want me to buy then? I said, okay, dream bigger. Tell me a better car. And he said, do you want me to buy a Rolls Royce? He was sarcastic when he said that to me. He was sarcastic. Do you want me to buy a Rolls Royce then? I said, why not? Why not a Rolls Royce? Are you serious? But I want to buy it this year. I said, no, I am talking about the next 3 months' time. He said, come on, please don't play around with me. Are you telling me that I can buy a Rolls Royce in the next 3 months' time? Now, this guy is already doing this business for almost like 1.5 years, 2 years' time. So that is when he's asking me, are you sure I can buy a Rolls Royce in the next 3 months' time? I said, of course. Of course you can buy it. If you really want to, you will buy it. He said, no, if you say I can buy it, I'll believe you. And you know what? This guy ended up buying a Rolls Royce. Why? Because he loved that thing. And he used to wake up every day in the morning and call me up and tell me that he's pretty serious about it. He wants to somehow achieve it. I saw the fire in him. I realized that he was committed to it. He was not just saying a fantasy. He was committed to it. So he was that person who actually dedicated his time the most in utilizing my time to achieve his dream. That is called commitment. Commitment is doing everything possible to achieve whatever you have written down. Now, if your dreams are very small, then it doesn't require much of a commitment. For example, if you tell me, okay, I want to buy an iPhone, okay, Apple iPhone 16 Pro, whatever, and I want to buy it after 2 years. Do you understand? What is commitment? He has to give for that. He hardly need to put in like 2 days time in a month to achieve it. Do you understand that? He hardly need to put 2 days time in a month to achieve an iPhone after 2 years. And he will still achieve that. He would still achieve that. But when you tell me that, okay, what I want to achieve is to buy a 2-bedroom apartment in Dubai, in downtown, or in the new airport area. I want to buy an apartment in Dubai. And that is going to cost me like 2 million dirhams. 2 million dirhams is like almost $600,000. So I want to buy $600,000 worth of an apartment in Dubai, or let's say in Mallorca, in Spain, or probably in UK. You want to buy $1 million apartment, something like that. And how long will I take to do that? Okay, I want to do it in 1 year's time. I want to do it in 1 year's time. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible to do that? Has anybody in QNet ever have done that? That's what we should always ask. Has anybody doing QNet has ever done that? Yes, people who are doing QNet has done this. They have made $1 million or more in 1 year's time. So that means if somebody can do it, you can do it too. But the question is, what did he do? How much time did he commit into this business? Now, this guy was eating, sleeping QNet. Do you understand that? He was eating, sleeping, drinking QNet. His mind, now QNet was not in him. He was not in QNet. QNet was inside him. Do you understand the difference? He was always into it. Now, okay, now some of you are like, okay, Nasib, I can't do that. I have a full-time job. I'm doing this part-time. I can't commit that kind of, no problem. No problem. You have to communicate this. The most important thing you should do is to communicate your commitment with your mentor, with your coach, whoever is mentoring you. You should communicate with that person. Hey, listen, I have a full-time job. I'm working 9 to 5 for 5 days a week. The only time I can commit is this to this. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry. You can't commit, no problem. But whatever is your commitment, is it like, okay, I can only commit 4 days in a week and I can only put in this much time? No problem. No problem. Commit to that particular time. Okay, and whatever you commit, stand by that. Okay, do it like, whatever your commitment is. But make sure when you have a big dream, when you tell me that you want to buy an apartment, which I just said, $600,000 in Dubai, and you tell me I can put in 2 days a week, it doesn't match. This is your dream and this is your commitment. It doesn't match. I don't want to give you a false promise. It will not work. Do you understand that? Especially when you tell me I want to do it in like 1 year's time. Right? So if you tell me, okay, Nasib, I want to do it in like 1 year, $600,000, buy this apartment in Dubai. Can I do it? Yes, I have made people do that. I have made people achieve those kind of dreams, but that requires you to be committed. That requires you to put in the time. Now, okay, what do you mean when you tell me that you have to put in the time? Yes, that is the number one commitment. You put in the time to learn the challenges the company actually has faced. Why do you need to know the challenges? Because in our industry of network marketing or direct selling comes with a lot of challenges, correct? Many governments are not even able to understand how direct selling works because the legal framework in that country has not developed to the extent where they thought they should make or legislation for direct selling business. So we face challenges, and you need to be aware of it. You need to read books like The Business of the 21st Century. That is a commitment. Do you understand that? You learn about this business. You are trying to understand the perspective of developed nations towards direct selling business. You need to understand how countries like India is realizing that they did a bad move by not legalizing direct selling, and they are taking great strides towards making direct selling a proper business. So what is their understanding, which you are not able to understand yet? Learn about it. Why do you need to learn about it? So that you can handle the situation. So the first and foremost thing I want you to put your effort in is the commitment in learning the basics of this business, which include the company, the products, and the compensation plan, and the basic objections and challenges you would face. This is the first and foremost thing. Now, how long do you take to learn this? If you are spending like 20 minutes every day to understand what I said, it will take you like 3 weeks time to be an expert in whatever I said. It will take you 3 weeks time. Okay, now about the company, there is like very simple. You have a presentation file. You can just write through that. Very simple and straightforward. Right? You can see that we are associated with, look at all the associations we have. Microsoft is endorsing us on their website. Manchester City is endorsing us on their website. Similarly, a lot of big associations have given us awards and stuff like that. And different countries and DSA has given us a membership over there. So these are things you can understand in less than 2 days' time. Now, understanding the products would take you a little bit more time. Why? Our products, if you go into one segment of our products, it can take you longer time to understand. Like, for example, if somebody asks you, oh, why should I buy a cheap pendant? You should know how a cheap pendant works. You should know the testimonies of people. You should actually have a folder where you store all the testimonies. It is readily available for you when somebody asks you this question. You should know how Edge 3+ is working. And you meet a prospect in the flight, in the aeroplane, or when you travel to work, and somebody come to you and tell you, hey, my father is going through a problem. Okay, what problem is your father going through? He's going through arthritis. Is it seriously? Because I have one of this products which is being sold in this particular website, which seems to clear arthritis. I want you to try that. There is great testimony for this product. You see, when you know how a particular product works, you will be able to confidently speak about it. And when you meet someone who is traveling a lot, how do you meet people who are traveling a lot? Let us say you are showing presentation. Some of you guys are showing presentation in Radisson Blu. Some of you are showing presentation in Marriott. Some of you are showing presentation in a hotel lobby. And you are showing plans to people. And the people who are coming regularly to a hotel and staying there, how do they book their hotel rooms? Think about it. Think about how are they booking their hotel rooms? They are going online and booking it, or they are going and doing it through a travel agent. So when you meet someone, hey, I am doing a survey. I just want to know, how do you book the hotel rooms here? Are you booking through booking.com? What if I show you a better way of booking a hotel room? You see, if you know the product really well, you can talk to that person like that. So different products, you actually commit to it and learn the details of the product. Does it make sense? Make sense? So that is how you commit to learning about the products. Then you commit to learning about the compensation plan. Why do you need to know the compensation plan? You need to learn the compensation plan because you need to know how somebody can maximize the returns. Maximize the returns. Now, when you show the earnings from one tracking center, now recently I showed the returns of this particular business, QNet business, to somebody, and he felt the returns is very, very small. Now, he was already making like quite a month. And when I told him you can make $225, he was not happy. His face was like, $225? $225 is too much. And the work I have to do for $225 is too much. Do you understand that? So do you know what I told him? I told him a business plan where he can make income from 3 tracking centers simultaneously. And I showed him just by referring and introducing 4 of them, you can actually make $5,080. And he was, wow, $5,080? Talk to me about it. He was excited. How was I able to make him understand that? Because I knew the details of the compensation plan. Do you know the details of the compensation plan? Or are you only aware of one thing? Okay, this, and you make money. Is that what you know? Spend your time. The commitment in learning the basics is the first and foremost thing. So you spend 20 minutes every day for 3 weeks. 20 minutes every day for 3 weeks. You can learn all the basics of this business. But that needs you to commit. When you decide that I will spend this 20 minutes every single day, no matter what, because I am doing it for my dream, because I have a big dream to achieve. Don't try to do everything in one go. Don't be like overexcited one day. We all have this problem, right? One day we watch a movie. And we see the hero of the movie has a six-pack abs. And next day you decide, okay, I'm going to stop having sugar from today onwards. Stop having sugar. And next day you didn't have sugar and you started developing your headache. And your wife started telling you, oh, you are going to do a 6-pack at this point of time. Why do you want to do a 6-pack? Who are you planning to attract with your 6-pack at this point of time? Okay, you have your headache. Who will take care of us? You break it immediately. Did you understand? Any decision you take. Can you hear me? Any decision. Are you guys still there?
Yes.
Any decision you take, there will be people who will try to, persuade you out of that decision you take. So now, when you get motivated and you go and start doing extreme things from day one, and if you're not able to continue it the next day, then what is the purpose? So don't do extreme things. Do little by little by little. 20 minutes. Put your time to learn the basics of this business. So you understand the compensation plan. How can you make $250 for the same 3,000 business volume on the left and 3,000 business volume on the right? How can you make like $500 for the same $300,000 business volume and 3,000 business volume? How can I maximize my income by becoming Sapphire Star? What is the promotion going on right now? Do you know there is a promotion going on right now? Yes, there is a promotion. There is a bonanza going on right now. That means for doing the same thing, you get paid more. Are you not aware of it? Why are you not aware of it? Do you understand my point? That is commitment. Commitment in learning the basics of this business. And for you to learn the basics of this business, the most important resource you have is your mentor, your coach. Someone is having a coach, a mentor in this business. Are you not aware of it? That is problem number 1. You need to be aware of your coach and have regular communication with that person every single day. Okay, so that communication should be a minimum of 10 minutes. You plan, you discuss a minimum. Now, depending on the size of your dream, the communication time will be extended. For example, some of the people I work with, I spend 2 hours with them every single day. I spend with them 2 hours. I may sometimes go have food with them, sit down with them, discuss with them on their progress. So the communication is really, really, really strong. Some people who have big dreams, you spend more time with them. Now, if you have a big dream, make sure you communicate more with your mentor. When you have a failure, when you have a challenge, immediately discuss with your coach. Do you understand that? That is the first part of it. Understanding the basics. Now, the second thing I want you to understand that this business comes with a power of association. What does power of association mean? Power of association has a lot of value addition for you. Okay, our business, we have teams which support you. In our case, it is Team Alpha. So Team Alpha has a power of association which is regularly happening in different cities around the world. It can be happening in Dubai, it can be happening in Nigeria, in Abuja, in Lagos, and different other markets in India. So what happens is that the power of association is where you spend time with like-minded people. So the like-minded people would be there who would encourage you. Are you spending time with the like-minded people, or are you spending more time with people who are naysayers? It's a very important thing. So you should make sure that you somehow pull yourself into the power of association. You go there if it is happening on a daily basis, and you can be available there on a daily basis. That's the best thing to do. So your mentors and coaches would be always there. So you go spend time with them. So when you reach to the power of association, you get influenced by what people do there. So now you see that they are inviting people, they are talking to people, and they are able to get positive results from them. That would inspire you to do better. The first step in building a healthy body is to take a gym membership. The second step in taking taking your life towards a healthy body is to be there at the gym. Even if you feel that, okay, I don't want to go there, just be at the gym. When you are at the gym, can you just hang around there and not do anything? Think about it. Can you hang around there and not do anything? No, you would still do something. You will at least do that you'll walk on the treadmill, right? You will do something. So it's very important to be there where people are actually doing the activities. So when you have a daily system going on in your city, you are lucky then. You go to that system, be there where there are people already doing the activities, where you can learn from them, and the positive environment will influence you. Then you have the weekly system. Now, some of you are not able to get it. You have it on one particular day, Saturday, then you have it on Tuesday. Some cities have 3 days happening. So what do? You make sure that you at least make yourself available in that place 3 times during this mass presentations whenever it is happening. So make it compulsory that you are available there. And when your team also starts growing, you make sure they are also available there. This is called commitment. This commitment towards the team has multiple benefits. What are they? Now you will start improving your leadership qualities. Okay, you will start improving on your leadership qualities. You will actually be pulled onto the stage sometimes, like you'll be invited to come and share your experience. Now that will get you out of the stage fear you have. Okay, interacting with people will help you learn new things, and they will recommend you to read books and watch videos. Why are these things important? This will improve your intellect. So when you actually improve your intellect, you will be able to handle a bigger team. Okay, you will learn, okay, these are the things I need to keep in mind when I have a new person in my team. So you learn things like that. And in addition to that, then there are bigger power of associations. What are they? We have the week convention, that is a week-on happening in Malaysia, or maybe it will happen in Africa. Then we have NSS happening, when we have the leadership camps happening. So you go there so that you can upgrade your mindset. Okay, you can upgrade your level to the level which deserves you of buying whatever dreams you have. So when I talk about commitment is something which drives towards whatever you want. But it is not a one-time incident. It is a regular thing. Okay, commitment is a regular thing. It's a decision which keeps driving your activities on a daily basis. The question is, what do you do every single day or every week towards achieving whatever goals you have written down? But when people tell me that, okay, their dreams are small, that is when their actions are not as fast as the ones who have, because that will push you better. Do you understand that? Does that make sense? Okay, so now coming back, one very important thing. Many people have this confusion. Okay, commitment and determination are the same thing. No, they are not the same. Perseverance and commitment are not the same. Commitment is a long-term thing, right? It's a long-term thing. Commitment is that thing where you actually don't get into a small relationship. Like I said before, it is not about doing something today which matters. Commitment is all about doing it regularly, every single day, right? So if you want to build a healthy body, okay, a healthy, fit body, you cannot be just doing the exercises. You should be combining your exercises with a lot of other factors. And that is where actual commitment will come into play. So when everyone else, your friends, your family calls you for a party, they call you for a marriage, okay, somebody who has committed to one certain goal or a dream will learn to say, no, I cannot come. He will have a priority list. I want you to know this. I will be there for my brother. Okay, my brother wants something from me. I will be there for him, no matter what happens, right? I'll keep everything aside and will be there for him. My parents want me, I'll be there for them. Because when my mother was fighting cancer, I was there by her, by her side. So almost like 6 months, I was there with my mother, meaning that nothing is more important than her. You understand what I'm saying? She is the most important thing. So when she needs me, I have to be there. But at the same time, I have missed out on a lot of marriages of my cousins, my first cousins. Do you understand that? And my first cousins, some of them are like, okay, you didn't come for my marriage. You know, if I don't go for the marriage, will they not get married? They will get married. Do you understand? It will not stop them from getting married. But when I go to see them, buy them some gift, expensive gift, do you know what happens? They forget everything about me not going for their marriage. Do you understand? That's it. They are like back to, okay, hey, it is better that you give me this rather than you coming for my marriage. They are happy about it. Do you understand? So learn to prioritize things, because your cousin is not going to pay for your bills. Do you understand that? When you have bills to pay, call your cousin whose marriage you missed or you are going to miss. Will your cousin pay your bills? Will not. So learn to prioritize. Now, you know, if my brother Ashik is getting married, I will not do the same. I will go for his marriage. Do you understand? Priority. Do you know priority? So you should understand what I'm trying to tell you. So this is also where I would like to introduce you to two more kinds of commitments. Commitment towards your coach or your mentor, and commitment towards your partners who have signed up with you. Let me talk about two kinds of commitments in addition to what I already discussed, which is the commitment towards your dream. So commitment towards your coach. Why should I have a commitment towards my coach? He is not my boss. Yes, of course, he is not my boss. And this business, we call it a free enterprise. What is a free enterprise? When somebody explained the plan to you, they told you, oh, this can be worked out in a flexible timing. Correct or not? Do you remember that? Flexible timing, do it whenever you want. Then what kind of commitment are you talking to? Okay, yes, that is very true. But when we are working in a team, please understand we have a commitment towards our team members. Do you agree with me on this? Right? The football team works together and the defenders are there and believing that the forward and the midfield would make sure they score a goal. My job is to defend this goalpost, right? My job is to defend this goalpost. So now the defenders will do their job. They are committed to it. And the forwards will believe, the attackers will believe that defenders are there to protect the goal line. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that means they have a commitment towards each other. Similarly, in our business, we have a commitment towards our team members. So the commitment you should have towards your mentor is to understand that your mentor is there to help you generate income. But the problem is we live in a selfish world. What is the selfish world I'm talking about? Your teachers don't care whether you make it to a job. Do you agree with me on that? How many of your school teachers followed you through until you got a job? Did they follow you through? Did they check with you? Hey, are you getting a job? Aisha, are you able to find a job? Ambali, did you find a job? Are you able to get a revenue because you did the course, because of what I taught you? How many teachers did that to you? Never did. Never did that. How many of your friends in school or college calls you and checks whether you are financially sound right now? How many of your friends follow through on that? They never do. Yes, initially they will be there when you are searching for a job. They are also searching for a job. They might refer you to a few places, but after that, you are left for yourself. Do you agree with me on that? So we live in a selfish world. But suddenly when you sign up with QNet, somebody comes and tells you, hey, what is your dream? And you are like, oh, who is this guy to ask me a dream? I don't care. Who is a new guy? I have never seen him. And he's asking me about my dream. But no, he's not just asking you out just for the sake of asking you, just for the sake of making you feel good. In our business, your mentor or the coach benefits when you grow and become successful. He genuinely wants you to be successful. If you ask me, other than your parents and your husband or your wife and your children, your immediate family, other than your immediate family, if there is someone who really wants you to be successful, that is your coach. Do you understand that? Whether you like it or not, other than your immediate family, one person who really wants you to be successful is your coach. I want you to understand this. So what is your commitment towards that person? Your commitment is listen to that person. Be an empty cup. Be an empty cup. That means, I know some of you are working as a top level manager. Some of you have experience in whatever field you're working for 10 years, 15 years. Very good. I'm happy for you. But the success you have in your career doesn't guarantee you a success in this business. In this business, the way we do things are very different from what you are doing in your job. So I really want you to open up your mind, sit in front of your mentor to learn things rather than sitting there. Okay, now this my mentor, whoever is my coach, is younger than me, so I don't have to listen to this person. He doesn't know as much as I know. He has not seen life as much as I do. Please, that is called arrogance. That is called arrogance. Okay, now there are great people telling you this all the time. When you believe that you have nothing more to learn, you are as good as a dead body. Do you understand that? When you feel that, okay, I know everything, there is nothing more for me to learn. So like we all have things to learn until we die. So please understand, let us keep our arrogance aside and try to learn from what our mentor is teaching us. That is our commitment towards our mentor. Be an empty cup. Listen to that person. Try to understand what you are not able to understand. Now, if you are not able to understand, keep asking the question to learn. Not with arrogance that I know this is not how it works, so I don't want to listen to you. Not that attitude. have the attitude of learning. That is one commitment I really want you to have towards your mentor or your coach. Only then your coach can be effective in your life. Otherwise, the coach will not be effective, right? And the second kind of commitment I would like to say is the commitment you have towards your people, the people who have signed up with you, the people who actually joined your team. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the people who have signed up with you, those are the people who trusted you. Please understand, trust is the most valuable thing. If you ask me, the most valuable thing you can ever have is somebody's trust. So when somebody trusts you and decide to be part of your team, how much do you owe them? Don't you think you have a commitment towards them? We all have a commitment towards them. And we need to make sure that we don't take that commitment for granted. So that is something I really want you to keep in your mind. This business, your success is the success of the people who have signed up with you. Correct or not? You agree with me on that? So my mentor told me, Nasib, learn to keep your people before you. That means when you want to buy a house, do you know, make sure that somebody on your left and somebody on your right, they are able to buy their house and automatically your house will be ready. Did you understand that? Focus on they buying their homes. If you are not able to get yourself out of your mind, then you will never grow in this business. In this business, you have to prioritize the earnings of the people who trusted you. Prioritize that. Prioritize the earning of your people. So when they are not earning, you are not growing. So it is your commitment towards them that you will do everything in your capacity to make sure that they grow. Okay, so you focus on their earnings. Now, don't give up on them. Please, it is very easy to give up. Giving up is normal human behavior. But by having that normal human behavior, you cannot become successful. So I want you to understand, they have trusted you, they have started the journey, they are going to go through challenges and objections, and they are going to feel bad about the challenges they are facing. That is when you got to be there with them and make sure that you help them solve that problem and you focus on their income little by little. You make them, remind them of their dreams and make sure you do everything in your capacity to make sure they earn. So this is a very important thing. This is an attitude we need to carry, that we focus on our people's income. Is it a deal? Do you understand that? Right? So
Yes.
if we are selfish, we are not going to grow here. I want you to understand this. When I started doing this business, I was definitely selfish. I was only focused on me making my money. But as time went by, I realized that I need to focus on my people as well for me to grow. Then I started focusing on them achieving their dreams. And today, when we are building, we also have a commitment towards the communities we live in. Right? Do you understand that? We have a commitment towards the communities where we are living in. And that is the reason why we have started with projects like Wells of Hope. Wells of Hope is our project where we are committed to the community which we are part of. And we will build a water well every month. Do you know something? If we have not committed to that, if we didn't build that well, nobody will ask a question to us. But that is against the philosophy we believe in. What is the philosophy we believe in? Rhythm, raise yourself to help mankind, right? We believe in that, right? We are not people who try to show other people that this is what we believe in and do something else. We follow whatever we say we follow, and we show it to them by doing our bit. Now, we have so far built 7 wells, water wells, and we will continue to be committed to that vision we have set to everyone out there in Nigeria. And we will hopefully expand it to other markets as well. But what I am trying to tell you is that is also part of our commitment. So the commitment starts with yourself. You are being, and you are being yourself as a leader, then commitment towards your mentor, your coach, then commitment towards the people who trusted you. I know you are not so happy about the word commitment, but please understand, anything worthwhile can only be achieved by showing commitment. Okay, now I would like to show you a video, but this doesn't show commitment. I don't want you to misunderstand this. I am explaining it very clearly. This doesn't show commitment, but this is a true example of how you will achieve something when you really want to achieve something. Okay, let me share that video with you. AV, is it ready?
Hoppa. داخلين خبرات.小娃子打给你那对吧？啊，继续讲。来吧。lawa, kaya kayo lawa.
You know, how many of you really wanted that kid? How many of you really wanted that kid to, get onto that table after 3-4 attempts? You really prayed, oh my God, somehow he should make it this time. Do you understand? This is how, I think this is how, it works for you. When you keep working on it, you keep working, he will actually want you to be successful. Do you understand? The master would want you to be successful. Say, how many of you are putting effort like this person? Now, I want to explain this one more time. What the baby or infant showed is not, now he is actually showing determination. Commitment has determination as part of it. Do you understand that? Commitment is a long-term thing. I want you to understand that. Commitment is a long-term thing. What you saw is determination. It is exactly not commitment. But when you are able to show that determination for a longer period of time, then I would say you are committed. You understand? When you're able to show that determination for a longer period of time. So we really wanted that baby to climb on top of that table so badly. I wanted to. First time I watched this, I was like, oh my God, I want the baby to somehow get on that table. Similarly, how many of you can confidently say, with what you do, he felt, okay, I should give it to him, or I should give it to her. Can you confidently say that? Can you confidently say that I have been putting that kind of effort? He cried in between. He really wanted to give up, I think, but every time he falls down, he gets back up and he again keeps trying like a machine. We all, once we decide that we will do it, we will all become like this baby. Once we decide we will all become like this baby, then nothing can stop us. Nothing, and we will figure out a way. We will figure out a way. Okay, and I want you to understand this. In 2025, we have decided that we will, what do we do? Elevate, accelerate, and thrive. That is our tagline. That is our mission statement for this year. We will elevate, we will accelerate, we will thrive. And that needs all of us to work together as a team, and we should be committed towards that goal. And we all will achieve this goal when individually you will focus on your dreams and stay committed to it, no matter what happens, no matter what people tell you, no matter how people laugh at you, no matter how things work faster for you. For some people, it will work faster. For some of you, it will work slow. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is finally whether you end up on the table or not. Do you understand? Some of you will end up on the table in the first try. Now, if you are watching that person who is ending up on the table in the first try, don't get demotivated when you try 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times and say, oh, this is not my cup of tea. Don't say that. Different people have different journeys. Your journey is different from his journey or her journey. Don't compare and demoralize yourself. Okay? So I want all of you, I urge all of you to understand that wherever you are, decide that I'm going to stay committed to my dreams and to my team here so that I will achieve all of that dreams I have written down. So after this call, I want all of you to call your coach, your mentor, and say that, okay, this is my commitment. Whatever is your commitment, I want you to communicate that. If you can come for like 4 days a week, talk to your mentor about it. Okay, I can come 4 days a week. Okay, if you can come every day, you say, okay, my dreams are big. I will commit that I will come every day. I'll spend time and I want to build it like that because I want to achieve this. I want to achieve $1 million in 1 year. I want to achieve $1 million in 1 year. So I will commit that I will be there every single day. Or if you tell me, okay, I cannot do that because I'm already having a full-time job. The only time I can spend is 3 days a week. Please, that is what I can spend. So communicate that so that they will set their expectations like that. Okay, and let me be very clear. If 2 people come to me, one of them tell me, okay, Nasib, it's okay, let me think, maybe I can spend some time, and another person says that, okay, I'm all in, I'm all the time available, make sure that I make money. Who do you think I will be more committed towards? Think about it. Obviously, the person who tells me I am all in, right? That is the person I would spend time with. Does that mean that I will not spend time with the other person? No, that person is also important. But obviously, I would be spending more serious time with the other person because he is like, okay, ready to give more time. But that doesn't mean that you should give up on the other person. So you set your expectations right. So after this, you please make a call to your coach, talk to that person, say that I am going to commit this much time and stick to it somehow. Okay? So guys, I'll see you not next week, the week after that. and we will discuss the next step, next building block. So always remember, 2025 is all about elevate, accelerate, and thrive. Stay committed. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Zelly on silent, put the product in the pillar loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' cut them off. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh pig, getting painted on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. And you know I got it poured for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I die, they will not bury me, not what I want. Burn my body, pour my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we knowin' that the flow about to carry on. See, immortality's a fallacy, I prove them wrong. This other family gon' carry me the way beyond. Anything you've ever known, anything you've done. They ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it? Get up on my dick, get up out the way. What you think this is? And we ain't worry about it. Why she skirt the whip? They ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it? Get up on my dick, get up out the way. What you think this is? And we ain't worry about you. Watch me skirt the whip, yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. The skin color like the bourbon. Worldwide sign and we face closed curtains. I hear you, nothing ever certain. Only thing that's promised is that promises are broken. Yeah, so we finding ways to cope there. Only thing I'm breaking is her back with emotions. Yeah, baby girl bring out the goodies. Stuck it in inside the hoodie. Now we turning out your buggy. Yeah, it's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting with the law. I guess our things don't leave me fully. The